Podcast starts at 19 seconds.
Man, it doesn't help that my nose starting to plug it right now. That's the problem. Jeez, my allergies are killing me. Dude, I feel it right now. I just feel my nose just getting plugged up as I'm like talking. Driving me nuts. Oh, it's just so much pain. Welcome to a new episode of Fit the Description and Black Men's Podcast, where various black men come together to talk about life, society, entertainment, culture, news, and whatever else we want to talk about from various black men's perspectives. I'm your host, G, and today we got B.
What's up, y'all?
And Jades may join us later. We'll see what happens. I think he's taking care of something right now, but he'll probably be on a little later. We might have some other people joining us later on the podcast, but we'll see what happens. No promises. With that being said, on your way, make sure to like, subscribe, follow. Make sure to check us out on various different podcast platforms. Also, make sure, not right now, but after listening to this podcast, make sure to check out the Clips channel, Fit the Description Podcast, over here on YouTube. Beyond that, let's go ahead and get started. So, the final podcast of the year, man. After this, we're going to be on break for like the next, 4 weeks, I want to say, or technically 5.
Yep.
Glad we made it through another one. Another season of Fit the Description.
Woo!
Right? We're literally at the end of the podcast. So, well, not the end, but at least the end of this season. So it is nice. I'm not gonna lie. I'm really not gonna lie. I am kind of happy. Ever since we got, I know I talked about this before, but I mean, like I said, this is gonna be more of a lighter episode. So ever since we got banned off of YouTube and we came back, it kind of like messed up a lot of things. So I'm just kind of happy to finally be done with this podcast and just be able to sit back and just work on it for a little bit, get everything back in order, and get everything corrected, because I'm not gonna lie, that banning that we had really messed a lot of stuff up.
Right.
So that's why I said, for me, I'm just kind of happy to finally get some. I mean, this is probably the first time I ran this podcast that I'm actually happy to actually get some time off so I can actually sit down and work on this podcast and get it working right.
Right.
So
yeah, man. That's what the holidays are for.
yeah, technically.
Yeah. Getting things in order, re-strategizing, and coming back strong next year.
Actually, I'm glad you said that. Because I just realized, I think by the second half of this podcast coming out, I think it will be New Year's. Let me check the schedule to make sure, because this one. So the second half of this podcast will be in the new year. That's something I didn't want to send out there. Just send out our yearly well wishes, and hopefully y'all will join us next year. But again, we'll talk. Just listen to the second half. We'll go through all the rest of that then. But
yeah, New Year. Yeah, y'all fun New Year's, because I'm gonna be at work on my little 15, 16-hour shift.
you're working New Year's?
Uh-huh.
That actually does make sense.
Yep.
Because
the holiday, plus I'm getting in that overtime.
Yep.
Yeah, I can't miss that opportunity.
New Year's, I know when I went out for New Year's, there's always a bunch of security out there.
Mm-hmm.
They don't play on New Year's, so I get it. But yeah, I have heard.
Yep.
I guess I've heard it's like some people say they get double pay on New Year's. That makes sense.
Yeah. Well, I forgot how much you get on the holidays, the holiday bonus, but is that on top with you're pretty much working 2 work shifts, so that's gonna be overtime, and the pay that for that day, that page is gonna look nice. So I decided to do traffic that day, and because when you work in traffic, you get more hours because you have to start the earliest.
Yeah.
So,
man, I remember the
I know.
last. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say no. I usually try to avoid it, but not that day. Nope. I will endure. Shoot.
I remember the last time I worked a holiday, and I told
Mhm.
myself, I said, unless the money's worth it, or I'm doing something that I love, I would never work a holiday again. Well, I said I would never work a birthday, or I said Christmas or Thanksgiving again,
Mhm.
because that crap was freaking stupid. I used to work at Sears Outlet, and I had to work Thanksgiving, and oh, I was so miserable. I hated that day. I was pissed. I had a super long
Uh,
line on the back. And like I said, I won't say this is the first holiday I worked, but that was the last holiday I worked. And I remember we were supposed to close to be like, of course, people want to make their sales. I was trying to get up out of there. And they're like, oh, we need people here. So I had to sit there and load everybody up. And I was just freaking pissed. And I'm like,
right,
honestly, it would have been the problem, but what I got paid, it wasn't worth it. Like, I'm like, it's not worth the pay.
right.
That's really what it was. It wasn't that I didn't mind working the holiday. It's just that it wasn't worth the pay.
You didn't even get the holiday
No, I got the
bonus?
holiday pay, but the money wasn't that
Uh,
good.
oh, okay,
So
okay.
it wasn't really worth it. So I was like, man, this is bull.
Mm. Yeah, I haven't. Well, just, just doing what I do, I guess I can make my own schedule. But well, at least for this year, it has. Well, no, let me not even count this year. But like I said earlier, I just been, I missed a lot this year anyway because of no health problems. So, um, but previous years, I only work Thanksgiving if I get a early shift and I could be home for dinner. Never. I don't think I'd rather work Christmas. I think I worked every year for New Year's since I've been having this job. I never worked for my birthday, and I never worked for my on my mother's birthday. I never work on those days. since since my birthday is in June, every single time it's my birthday, school will be out.
Yeah.
School will be out, so I never had to go to school on my birthday, and I never worked on my birthday. So
Yeah. No,
I don't
yeah, no, I definitely went to school on my birthday. I definitely have worked on my birthday a couple of times.
know.
Like I gotta tell people, I don't mind doing it. It just has to be worth it.
Hmm.
Like that's really where all my issues come from. When people say, "Oh, you don't want to work," like I don't mind working hard. That's never been my issue. Nobody has ever complained about my work ethic. That's never been a criticism of mine. But
Hmm.
the thing is that all I ask people is just let it be worth it. Like if you're having me kill myself and I could barely pay a bill. Actually, you know what? Let me tell people this story. I'll just tell y'all the story about the first time I kind of learned this lesson. So this is back when I was working at a Sears outlet. Basically, I had to load up somebody's car. I had to load up a refrigerator. So I went ahead. I loaded the refrigerator. I remember that when I was trying to load it up, the thing freaking dropped, and the dude couldn't really help me. So I was the only one who could do it. So I got like halfway in, and it kind of like dropped on me, and I had to catch him in a really really awkward way. And I pushed it in. I'm like, okay, I know that's where it happened. I remember I went home that night, and I'll never forget. It was about 1 o'clock, and I woke up screaming in pain.
Damn.
It felt like I tore a muscle in my back. Like it
Yeah.
was really bad. It was some of the worst pain I ever felt. And I woke up just screaming, like, oh my God, it was so bad. And I remember I went ahead and talked to my mom about it. And basically we were just planning on like, okay, when you go to work, 'cause I got injured at work. But
Hmm.
then she's like, okay, here's what we're gonna do. Like, if you're hurt, just go to work, be fine, and just drop something. So you can say you got injured on the job. Because even though I did get injured on the job, I felt fine till like 1 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right. And I hated that feel. I hated that I had to like because I got hurt, I had to plan out like, okay, when I go to work, I gotta like drop something on myself to make it be like, oh shoot, I got injured, or oh I ripped, even though that happened
Right.
at the job. But again, I didn't feel it till like that night.
Right.
Luckily, I finally was able to fall asleep, and I woke up and I felt fine. But that was the first time where I'm like, all right, this is BS. Like, I'm getting paid nothing and I'm in just this massive freaking pain. And I understand, like, this job I was at, I almost, they wrote me up and I almost got fired for being sick. Luckily, that happened when I was about to switch jobs. But yeah, they wrote me up for being sick, and they're like, "Oh yeah, if you miss too many days." Okay, remember that year we went to E3? Yeah, which we'll talk about that in a sec. That year that year that we went to E3, remember how sick I was? Yeah. So that happened a week before that.
Oh, okay.
So I got sick and I went to work, and they had to wait for somebody to come in. So I had to sit at work for like a half an hour. I tried to work when I could because I was just deathly ill. Because I'd leave early. Then they called me. I said, I'm sick. I can't come in. And they said, okay, well, if you miss like 2 more days, we're going to fire you. I'm like, what the, you know?
Right.
So yeah, I was pretty pissed off at that. That's what I said. I'm not mad because I actually went by that. I went by my old job. I want to say it had to be almost a month ago now. I actually drove by there and they're gone. And I'm like, good riddance, that place. Don't get me wrong. I love my coworkers, but man, that job was a piece of shit.
Right.
Like to this very day. But yeah, that was the first moment where I'm like, just like, okay, yeah, I can't just keep working like BS jobs and putting my body online and getting nothing out of it.
Right.
It just wasn't worth it because it's working like a kind of job, especially doing like backroom stuff. I mean, I even talked to my manager and he told me because he became a manager, he was going to get medical. But when he added it up, he said it didn't make no sense to get medical at the time because I think he would have wound up making less if he would have took medical. I mean, it would have been worth it because it would have just wiped it out because of the medical insurance. So he didn't even take medical, and that's why I'm like, you know what? Nah, like it has to be worth it.
Right.
If I'm gonna put my body on the line like that, where like NBA players when they get injured, it's like don't get me wrong, like I get the whole entire thing, like they're people too, which I totally understand that. But this is the thing though, is that you're paid well enough money for them to kind of put your body back together like a Lego.
Exactly.
And I hate to say it like that, but you guys are getting paid multi-millions of dollars. I don't mean to sound empathetic, but I don't mean to sound unempathetic, but it's just true. Like you guys are paid an exorbitant amount of money.
And they get paid so much money just to play a game. You
Yeah.
know, it's not like they're helping out with with the growth of the society. No, they're just playing the game. We have jobs out here that's way more body straining than playing basketball. You know, all these construction workers out here, all these people like HVAC workers that have to move out all this heavy equipment and all this other, or storehouse workers that have to move all this heavy shit all damn day long. They can't even make yeah, they can barely make 60K, 50K at that. So yeah, I don't feel sorry for any one of these basketball players. Any one of them. They're good. They're good. Just with one contract alone,
Well,
they'll be perfectly fine in life, bro.
yeah.
Man.
If you're able to make it, yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Because yeah, no, like if you're coming as a rookie, you're on a rookie contract, then you get let go. I mean, that's a little different. But yeah, those players that got stains, like yeah, you guys are getting paid millions. That's part of the reason why you put your bodies on the line. It's because yeah, you're getting paid an exorbitant amount of money. So I mean, I'm not gonna be mad about it.
Right.
I'm not gonna be mad or upset about it. You made again, you're getting paid way too much money not to do something.
Yeah, and on top of that, they're only playing 48 minutes with lots of breaks in between.
I don't want to necessarily discount that so much because you are putting a lot of stress on your body. But still, the main point still stands. Like the thing is, so you're getting paid a exorbitant amount of money to put your body on a line like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're not getting paid the average salary. Like you're pretty much now. If you're like a player in like the 80s or 70s or something like that, okay, there's a conversation to be had.
Right.
But if you're a player in like in current times, nah, there's too much money flying around.
Yeah. And I thought they get the best doctors. They can get chefs. You know, they can get maids. They got a lot of personal trainers around them to
Entire
make sure
medical
that
staff.
tired medical staff they got it all.
Yep, and still get paid their money. Unless you live in like Canada, because Canada, I hear they get double tax. So
Oh damn.
yeah, Canada's the one place where like, oh yeah, because I've heard that a lot of players talk about. I guess if you play in Canada, you get a double tax because you get taxed here and you get taxed in Canada. So that's a double tax that you get. So it's like, ugh.
Damn.
Yep.
What a Kawhi left.
Yep. I mean, that's why they can't keep nobody.
Yeah.
Like I said, the only way I feel Toronto will ever be good is that you're gonna have to basically get international players.
Very much.
Because yeah, outside of that, because yeah, I would. There's no way in hell I would play in Canada. If I was an NBA player, I would play in Canada, knowing that I get double tax. No, I get taxed in America and Canada. No, that's not worth it.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah,
I mean,
so sad.
I know the whole entire, no tax states, which is one thing, but to get double tax, that's another.
Man. Yeah, that sucks.
Uh-huh.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
But anyway, I kind of want to go back a little bit.
Yeah, yeah.
And I don't know if you heard, but E3 is gone, man. They shut it down.
Yep. EP is sad. It's gone. You know, a lot of these companies, they're doing their own personal live streams now to, as you can say, showcase the latest games that's about to come out, which is cool and all, but the thing that a lot of people were forgetting here is that community, that social interaction, you know, you just need a lot more conventions going away, and it's sad. E3 was. I mean that was the event that we all waited for all year long to see what type of games was going to release on E3. To see certain developers, creators, and all that other stuff to see them come out and showcase the game. You know, it wasn't just the game, but also put recognition on, like I said, the developers and the team that actually created the game. Um,
I don't know if they ever did that at E3. I don't know if they put recognition on the creators. But I will say they did give them a chance to talk and promote themselves. You got to know who they are. That's one thing I will say.
yeah, that's well, more what I was referring to. Um, and it wasn't just games from the main three home systems. They also had a lot of cool things that they're showcasing at E3. E3 is one of the few places where to actually go and play like virtual, to wear like the virtual glasses and the virtual worlds and all that other stuff. And so there's so much more merchandising where you could get certain that's pretty much the only place you could get like certain models and action figures and so forth. You know, if you're a collector, and yeah, the cosplayers out there, cosplaying their favorite video game character. It was a lot more than just the showcasing of the newest trailer for the big three video game systems. And it was a culture. It literally had its own community. It was like damn, like they took that away. It's gone now. It's gone. It's just sad. I know me and G, we had the chance to go to E3 once. Even though I have a better story than G. I'm sorry you had to go to that, G.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. I ain't gonna lie. So if you heard earlier, yeah, that E3 was first E3. I'm glad. I'll say this much. I was glad that I was able to go.
Yeah.
I'm glad I got to experience it. I feel like that was the last great E3 before E3 started going downhill.
Well, what year did we go again?
2016. So that was
Yeah,
the
so they say E3 was the strongest from what was it, from 12 to 2017.
yeah. Okay, so the 17
Yeah,
was the last year. So we went right before because to me I felt like 2017, that's when we were starting to go downhill.
yeah.
But
What?
I don't care. I'm just glad I was able to go and experience it at least once because I said there's the big three I always wanted to attend. We did Anime Expo.
Hmm.
We did E3. The only one that we haven't done, which I heard is not the same, is Comic Con. That's the last one that I have left to do that I haven't done yet.
Wow, wow. I need to go to the San Diego Comic Con because that's a big one.
Well, that's the one I'm
Uh,
talking about because that
oh,
used
okay,
to be
okay.
San Diego was the big Comic Con. Like that was the only Comic Con until LA came in and said LA Comic Con. G from the future, just want to say that's not 100% true. Back to the podcast. But San Diego is the main Comic Con. That's the big one.
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
I've been to the LA one, but just being there and looking at the pictures for the San Diego one, nah, the San Diego one, that's the one I need to go to.
Wait a minute. What day did you go to the LA one?
Oh, I think it was on the weekend, that's for sure. It was on the weekend. Yeah, I think it was on Saturday.
Okay, yeah. So then you went on a good day because we went. I know I went to LA Comic Con, but I went the day before. I had to do a video, but I
Okay.
went there on a whatchamacallit. I went there on a Friday before everybody got there. It's like all the celebrities, everybody who was supposed to be there, they're supposed to
Hmm.
come on Saturday. I think that was the year because if I remember right, it was another name because I think it was named. I think because they changed it because it was like Stan Lee. It was like Stan Lee's Comic Con or something like that. It was like Stan Lee's. It was like Stan Lee's show. Then they changed it to LA Comic Con. I think I went the year. I think I went the next year after they changed the name.
Okay, okay.
So yeah, but I only went Friday. So and I wanted to go Saturday because there was a bunch of people that were supposed to be there, but I was only able to go Friday.
Yeah. I went Saturday and supposedly Stanley, he was there. Um,
Okay, so you went. So you went before I went. Yeah, I don't think that was LA Comic Con. I think that was called something else without. Well, or you went the year before I went.
probably. Yeah,
Yeah.
for some reason, I cannot remember the year I went to there.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, because yeah, LA Comic Con was not LA Comic Con, it was another name. They changed it to LA Comic Con.
okay, I don't know.
Yeah,
Uh,
so because if
yeah,
you say because I went the year I think yeah, because I don't know if Stanley already passed when I went, or
hmm
it was like the his last year where like his health was declining.
yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah. But anyways, back to what I was
Uh,
saying though,
yeah.
I was just glad and happy to attend at least two of the big three. Like I said,
Hmm.
the only one I have left is Comic Con. Like I said, I did Anime Expo, which is great. I did E3, which great. It sucked that I was sick because we didn't get the con because we were supposed to do interviews and all kinds of stuff, and we never were able to do it because I got sick, and I
Hmm.
feel bad about that to this day.
Hmm.
I feel really bad. I didn't know that was gonna happen.
Yeah. Yeah. That was rough. Well, at least for your part, that was
Oh,
rough.
it was
Um.
cool when I was first there, but once I started getting to the end,
Hmm.
oh yeah, that was rough. Like I knew because the only reason why that happened was I should have never did that game night that I did that year. If I
Oh,
would
with
have
the old crew.
Yeah, if I would have never done that, I would have been fine. And I know it came because I remember I remember specifically, you know that feeling where you feel like you swallow something like something really small down your throat.
Mm-hmm.
I remember because one of the people said that they were sick at that time. And I'm like, man, I should have never gone. I didn't know. It didn't tell me until I got there. I'm like, I don't want to go. I'm like, I don't want to get sick. But I'm like, forget it. I'll be fine. And I'll never forget it because I remember I felt something just go down my throat. I'm like, oh, what the heck was that? And then literally the next day I had this horrible, just, you saw me, you know.
Yeah.
The only reason why I went was because of you. And I definitely got to thank you for that. Because I would have never gone if you didn't say, come on, man, this is the only time that we're going to go. Like, dude, you got to go. You're like, I don't care if you're sick. Like, you got to go. You got to do this. And I'm like, all right, And so
I
for
forgot to
that,
say all that.
yeah, like the old, like, because I was like, I don't know. And you're like, I don't care if you're sick. That's like literally, you're like, I don't care if you're sick. We're going to roll. We're going to go out there. We're going to check it out. Because you're like, yeah, you always wanted to do this. I said, come on, man, we got to do this, And I'll be honest, I'm glad because I did it. I would have never done it, like, at all. Because we didn't go after that. So yeah, honestly, what for you? If what for you, I probably would have never done it.
Right.
Like I said, the last one I have left to do is just Comic Con. That's the only one I haven't done yet.
Right.
So once I do Comic Con, and like, again, we got close. We got close to doing it a couple of times.
Yeah.
But once we do Comic Con, then yeah, I mean, I know for a fact that I wouldn't mind doing some of the content. I wouldn't mind wanting to do. I wouldn't mind trying to do WonderCon. I wouldn't mind trying to do that. I do want to check out Anime Expo Anaheim. I never seen that one before. I would like to check that one out. But yeah, I wouldn't mind checking out some of those. I've never done those. So yeah, I think I want to do WonderCon. I think I will do that one day. And I think I wouldn't mind trying Anime Expo Anaheim.
Right. I want to do go to them all and actually have like be at a hotel or Airbnb nearby.
Wow.
I'm not stressed now. I'm not worried about, I'm driving all the way back home and they got to drive all the way back the next damn day. I just need to be nearby so I can walk over there, or at least the Uber drive. Well, no, I don't really take an Uber drive. Well, no, I'm taking the Uber drive. I'm not paying for parking. Yeah, where the Uber drive is literally just a mile off or something. It don't cost that much. There's or I can just walk over there. Cause if you gotta know, downtown LA, for certain events, the park can be $80 for certain events at the convention center. And I'm not paying $80 a park. Fuck that shit.
So remember that one year that we got locked in the convention? Like, what? Oh, it was the parking lot because they told us the wrong price.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, shoot.
Yeah.
That
That was good. That was $50, I think it was.
uh-huh.
But luckily he let us go.
Yeah. And remember the one was like asking for help, and we're like, hey, that woman out over there is asking for help. He's like, no, y'all better get out of here. We're like, bye.
We kicked him, bro.
Yeah. We were trying to help the lady, but that dude said, no, if you stay, like, you need to get out of here right now. We're like, okay.
Yep.
We were trying to help the lady. Yeah, because there was a lady that needed help. And we're like, okay, maybe we'll go tell the security guard. And we tried to tell him, and he was like, he didn't want to hear what the hell we had to say. I mean, we're trying to be kind, but F that. If it's get the hell out there and know how to pay shit, or help out a lady that's in trouble. I mean, she was there anyways. He would have saw her. So sorry we left you there by yourself. But I mean, when you talk about two guys in the early 20s who were basically broke, yeah, we
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, lady, you on your own.
Yeah, to go. We had to go.
Yeah, I mean, so So yeah, that lady, I mean, I forgot who it was, but if that lady ever, find out who we are, we want to say we apologize. We tried, but that dude said, get the hell out of there. And we did. So we didn't mean to leave you, but we weren't going to also go into basically pretty much prison because there was no way we were going to be able to pay that.
Yeah. Yeah, there was gonna tow the car away, and then I was gonna have to, call my folks and explain.
Yeah, and probably threw a fit and stuff, and yeah, things wouldn't probably
Yeah.
went well. Yeah, so
I would have been in a large amount of trouble.
oh yeah.
That was something, man.
Yeah.
But like I said, one of the days I do want to attend like the anime expo. While having to do no work or nothing, I just want to be a attendee. That's all I want to do. Just be a attendee and just enjoy the damn show. You know, just go to the panels that I want to go to. Chill outside, talk to some of the fans, eat lunch, sit down, just chill, enjoy the environment. Afterwards, I have all these options of downtown LA. My home was nearby, so not my home, my hotel or Airbnb is nearby, so I ain't worried about shit. It's gonna be a fun time.
The one thing I learned though, and this one thing I've learned is
Mhm.
that I have to go multiple days.
Yeah,
That's the one thing, at least 3.
yeah,
To get everything I need out of it,
yeah.
I need to go at least 3 days. I mean, of
That,
course the
that's a
4th because
fact.
I want to catch those sales, but I want to get out there again. That's the goal. The goal is, I mean, it's supposed to happen this year, but then, well, things didn't really work out financially. But
Mhm.
hopefully things work out because it looks like things are starting to move again. So hopefully next year I could finally get myself back out there because that's kind of the goal. I've been kind of been waiting and been chilling, but you know, my hope, what I want to do is next year I want to get back out there. I want to get out. I want to go back to traveling. I want to go back to attending things. Like my goal is next year for sure to get out there. Because it's been a while and I need to get out there.
Right.
So yeah, so that's kind of my goal. That's my goal for next year is to just get out there again. Check things
Mhm.
out, travel some more. But again, I got to get my money up first. So that's the number one goal first, get my money up.
Right.
But once I get the money up, I'm definitely going to go back out and, travel and check things out again. So, that was
Right.
the plan for this year, but things didn't really work out this year. But, next year, definitely I want to go out and just do a lot more shows. So,
Right.
but yeah.
Yeah. For me, like I said, getting start really focusing on that. You can say crack down, going to a new level with the career. Because if I go after that and attain that, that's gonna open up a lot of doors, and that's what I want to do next year. Start opening up these doors. What's holding me back, like I said, I'm grateful for what I have, but it's time to elevate, get to another level,
Yeah.
and once I once I achieve that elevation, or at least get myself in that first door, I could do so much. All my equipment, gear be updated. I can start looking for new. I can start getting a upgrade on my car. I can look for a new. I can start thinking about living on, getting my own place and so forth, so forth. And that's first getting that opportunity, um, in advance of my career is going to it's going to be so much, and also it'll help me out on my solo career, on doing my own business, you know, because it'll free up the time. I don't have to work all these hours anymore. You know,
Yeah.
it'll free me up to do so much more things. And I got so many ideals I want to do, and I believe if I crack down on this, become focused, and start chasing it, I'll definitely be able to do it. You know, and
Yeah.
it's not just for me as well. It is, I could be a helping hand. I could give it back and do that, so forth, so forth, so forth. Yeah, I'm not, I'm not going to be selfish with these blessings.
Yeah.
you know, but yeah, I'm just, and I believe all this could be achieved next year. All of it. The faster, the better. And
Yeah.
I'm not just talking about just next year. If I could get it now, that'd be cool
Yeah.
too. But I just know that next year something has to change drastically in a good way. I'm not talking about like something changed and like you certain things happen to your family members or so forth. No, 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 no. I'm just talking about just drastic things like uh, the in advancements in life. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
you know, I believe we all can achieve it. You know, I look at you and everyone on this podcast. We're so smart, we're so talented and skilled, right? But and I believe we all can get to that next level next year, man. I know this is gonna happen. Dude. I know it. The work got to be put in. Me saying it's not gonna, it's not gonna make it happen. The work got to be put in. So, but yeah, man, it's yeah, you're right, man. Go back to what you was really saying, man. It's time to get back out there, bro. I tell everyone who's been out of school for a while, been working, just working the job or wherever. Like, man, if we don't level up next year, sooner or later, it's gonna be rough, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be extremely rough, and it's not the time. We don't have that luxury, that time anymore to just be doing enough, or for some K people not doing nothing at all.
Yeah.
We don't have that luxury anymore just to be doing enough. We really gotta put shift the gear to the max. you know, um, and just ride with it. We don't have that much time anymore. How things going, yo? We always got to think about another price increase. Things are getting harder to have access to be able to afford. I said, for all people who working right now, man, you start thinking about going corporate or go to that manager position if it's actually worth it. You know, I know sometimes upgrade to a supervisor manager position, it might not be worth the price because they might want to pay you like $1 or more than you're actually getting paid for. To me personally, to take that type of responsibility, that's not a large enough increase for me. But besides that, like you guys, for the audience, you guys, start looking at, a way if you're working on a job, you want to stay on that job, or and so forth, so forth. Start thinking about becoming a manager, supervisor, or start going corporate. Some people, you might be working at McDonald's or Starbucks or something like that. Start thinking about going corporate, where you can start making some real money. We we got to level up here. We got to elevate ourselves to that next level. Getting the minimum wage pay is just not going to be enough no more. Our paychecks are not the price of everything is going up way faster than how much you're actually getting paid. Even having a job of 80,000 plus is not really comfortable living anymore. It's not for a single person, not comfortably living. And if you're making 80K, let's say you had a partner that's making like I said, another 80K plus or maybe a little bit below, then okay, you're fine. But for a single guy, 80K will, you can pay your rent. It might give you a little bit breathing room, maybe a little bit, but that's not enough. You gotta keep moving beyond that. Maybe if you have the skills and maybe a business mindset, start creating make your own business to go along with the job that you have right now. Start creating your own business. Start thinking about having multiple incomes. Start creating different get their business and start thinking of ways to get a multiple income. Because moving on in the future, just having your one job income might not be enough anymore. Look at the boomers. They're suffering right now. They ever worked their whole lives on one job. They worked their whole lives. Now they're about to retire or they are retired. Getting their 401k and their 401k shit.
Yeah, I've been hearing
That's
about
all
it.
that's all they have is their 401k. They don't have nothing else to go along with it.
Hey James, if you're there, let me know because we got something we gotta talk about real quick. Yeah, I've been holding this off, and now we got a third person here, so we could get this entire debate that was going on resolved.
What?
What do you mean what? You know what it is. So sorry, B, but I saw James was here, and I have now that you're here, now we have a tiebreaker. Now we can freaking talk about this.
Oh God.
Oh yeah, oh God, because you know he's listening. So, oh, my fault, B. Do you want to say anything else before we go? My bad, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, I'm pretty much done. Oh, what's up, James?
What up, B?
Okay.
Yeah, y'all can go.
All right. So we were having this debate off the pod. And I don't know if James remembers it. He's going to have to probably fill it in because I might get this a little bit off. But the debate was about staying at hotels and eating breakfast the next day. This fool, I forgot exactly what he was saying, but he was saying some crap of, no, I don't need to stay at a hotel to get breakfast. I just get it afterwards. And I'm like, no, when you're at certain hotels, you can get breakfast the next day. So I'm like, so why would I not stay to eat breakfast? At least I think that's the premise of the argument. He allowed to fill in his side of things. But basically he said we need a third person there so we could tie break this argument. Was that exactly right? I don't know if you remember the argument.
This dude basically said, no, if I'm doing a event and it's over, I'm not gonna go home. I'm gonna stay so I can get the free breakfast in the morning. I said, why wouldn't you just skate home? He said, because I got to get the free breakfast. I said, if it's so bad, why don't you just find the hotel in your area and then go get the breakfast there by your house? He said, no, I have to stay to get the free breakfast. I'm like, if I'm at a Holiday Inn in Arizona and I skate home to California, I still just need to have that whack continental breakfast. I'm gonna just take my key card to the closest Holiday Inn and go get breakfast.
Okay, thank you. And that's the principle of the debate because that doesn't make any sense. If you're at the hotel, you're staying at the hotel. Why don't you just stay at the hotel, wake up in the morning, go get breakfast, then get on the road, and you don't have to stop again. And plus, it's included for free. Depending on the hotel, the food is even better than what he's talking about.
I don't know. I don't know why this is the argument. I was like, what?
Makes no sense, right?
Well, you don't make
Like,
any sense because you're like, okay, I would stay at the hotel. I would just leave when you know you have free breakfast. Why don't you just stay at the hotel and just get free
because,
breakfast?
bro, like, this is the thing, though. I've stayed in way more hotels than you.
Okay.
So to me, I know that first of all, I know how that hotel breakfast is made. Second of all, I know that most hotels, unless you're at some super high end situation, if it's a continental breakfast, bro, uh, it's I'm not really missing out on a lot. So why would I want to waste another night in that garbage ass hotel instead of just going home? And if I really need it, I'll go get the breakfast from the hotel close to me.
Because for two reasons. You already paid for the hotel, so you might as well just stay there. And two, you get to save money. You ain't got to go to like a McDonald's or a Jack in the Box after, or go to a hotel. You could just wake up, eat that breakfast, and then go home and be just fine.
Yep. And again, that's how you know the difference between me and you. Because I know for a fact, if I know my schedule and I know this is the last day of this event, unless there's party happening after the event, y'all, I'm out. I've already packed up. I'm not paying for the other night. I'm going home.
Oh, okay, what do you mean by pay? You don't pay for the other night. You already paid for it.
No, you didn't.
Yes, you did.
How did I already pay for an extra night?
Because when you pay for the hotel, you pay for the hotel for the night. So you get there, you stay, you wake up in the morning, you can get breakfast and then leave. You don't pay for extra day.
So why would I pay at all if I can just dip out of the event and go home?
But okay, that's not really the premise of the argument. The whole entire thing of if you pay for the hotel, it means you pay for the night, meaning that you can get there. Let's just say, check-in times I told you, they're at 12. You don't have to leave till 11. And like they serve breakfast at like 9:30.
Most breakfast places now start at 6 and end at 9.
Do they?
Yep, because people need to check out at 11. So
Yeah.
they don't want you there at 10:30 eating and know damn well you haven't packed up to get the hell out at 11. Because the housekeeping needs to start cleaning the hotel because early check-in starts at 1.
I will say they did change some of the terms of hotels, which I kind of hate, but that is about right. Because
Normal check-in is 3, early check-in is 1. Hell, you can probably get noon.
that's why I said things have changed. Because I know when I used to go to hotels, you could check in at like 11 or 12. Now I'm hearing things like, oh, you can't check in until 3 or 4. It's like, what the hell happened?
Because they have to clean the room.
I know they had to clean the room, but before, like when I used to go to hotels, check-in used to be at like 11 or 12.
Because they have to clean the room.
I mean, I get that, but we used to be able to get to our hotel by 11 or 12, and then we could.
They have to clean. He keeps saying he gets that, but he doesn't understand. If checkout is at 11 and check-in is at 11, how do they clean the room?
Because sometimes they have extra room, so you just go to a room that's already clean.
Okay, so that hotel went out of business. Because if you have extra rooms like that, that means you're not selling out, which means your shit sucks. And I mean, that's no breakfast there.
That's not exactly
you're trying to save a buck. The first thing you're gonna do is cut the quality of the breakfast, and that quality is already shitty enough.
Like I said, there's nothing. I mean, outside the one little Pepe place I had I had in Las Vegas. Like I said, food is food. And if it's free, I'll always take free unless it's like disgusting and has like a 1 star.
Okay, let's stop going back and forth and let's let B answer this because at this point, jeez.
Fair enough.
Well, the truth is, there's really not no wrong or right answer to it. It's just pretty much your preference on what you want to do. If James wanna after he's done doing what he's doing, just go home and leave while eating the breakfast. Fine. If you like G, who wants to stay and eat the breakfast, fine. There's no right or wrong to this. You're eating breakfast.
but you're missing the point here, B.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like the event ended at 7 o'clock the next morning and you're going to go eat breakfast and leave. No, the day before you were done. So that means you're just going to sit in the hotel and stare at the wall all night just to get a continental breakfast.
I mean, and what's the problem with that?
B, are you going to do that?
That's it. Oh,
Are you going to do that, B? I just want to know.
If I'm staying the extra night, my reason is not for the breakfast because I want to stay extra night. That would be my reasoning. You know, if I'm eating breakfast the next day, just because it's available, I eat breakfast and I'm gone.
Exactly.
No, I have some food in my stomach. But me going to a hotel for the breakfast, that has never been my reasoning to be at a hotel.
Well, I mean, of course, nobody's reasoning at a hotel just go get the breakfast. That's not what we're saying. We're talking about
I'm saying, but that's not even a reason for me to stay.
Yeah,
just because of the breakfast. I said, if you want to eat breakfast at the hotel, you can eat breakfast at the hotel. If you want to eat somewhere else, let's go eat it somewhere else. All the hotel, the breakfast hotel is just an option that's there. Yeah, you already paid for it. If you want to eat there, go ahead and eat there. If you want to eat somewhere better, go ahead and eat something. This time I had the breakfast hotel, thought it was nasty as fuck. I went out to go eat some breakfast. Because they give you that the powdered eggs and they give you the questionable meat sausage and all the other stuff, or the hard dried out cereal. So I was like, nah, I'm good. I'll just rather go out and eat breakfast.
Yeah. But you're missing the biggest point. It's not the breakfast part of it. It's the fact, would you stay because you're going to get breakfast in the morning?
No, that would not be my reasoning. No. No. That would be not. Yeah.
Because G said, if you and him did an event, that event's over at 10 o'clock Friday night, but you guys already have the room. You're like, yo, bump that, let's go home. G's like, we've already got the room. We're going to stay for breakfast. So now you're just going to go stay for breakfast.
Well, if that is the case, wherever I say it's going to have to be go anyway because I'm the driver.
Yeah, pretty much. That's true. He's right about that.
Okay, but
he's right about that.
But are you going to be like, you know what? You're right. We got free breakfast here, so let's just crash and get up in the morning and get this breakfast.
No, well, if G would have came to me and said, hey man, I said extra night because we get breakfast in the morning, I want to look at him like he's crazy.
But that's what G's saying.
Now, if it's because we're going to maximize every dollar of the amount of time we stay there. Oh, okay, yeah, okay, that makes sense. Or you want to spend an extra night, let's go walk around the stadium wherever because we didn't get a chance to do that. All right, okay, cool, I can do that. But
nope,
if the reason
just the breakfast.
Yeah, no.
Just the breakfast. That's his emphasis. Now he may alter it right now, but if you listen before, he said, he even said it right now. Why would I leave when there's breakfast afoot?
Exactly. Why would I leave this breakfast? Look, again, I will say this. I will agree with this would be where it's like, yes, if the point of going to a hotel is not for the breakfast. That's not the point. What I'm saying is, and like even B said it, I want to maximize my time at a hotel. And part of that, unless I'll concede here, unless the food is actually garbage, why not maximize your time at a hotel and eat the food? Don't get me wrong. I've been in hotels where they had shit fucking breakfast. It wasn't fucking worth it, and I left. That is understandable. But they have a good freaking meal. Why not maximize your time there? You're already there. You just got done with the event.
Has a good meal.
There's a few of them I had that had a pretty good meal. That had a pretty nice selection.
My God. Where?
Oh my God. What's the one off the top of my head?
Continental breakfast included with the hotel stay. That's bomb. Shoot. Let me hear it. I'll be there next weekend.
Hold on. I gotta look it up. Hold on. How do you spell Anaheim?
ANA. Are you shitting me right now?
Don't ask questions. How do you spell Anaheim?
Oh my God. Was it ANAHIEM? I'm still shocked that you just literally asked me to spell that.
I don't go there all the time. I don't know how to spell it. So
Neither do I.
I want to say it was a Hilton, but I don't remember what it was called. Or was the Best Western?
Oh, you went to a Best Western that bet.
It's one of those two. I can't remember.
Wow.
Listen, man, they had pancakes, they had eggs, they had a bunch of different fruits, they had plenty of muffins, they had bacon, they made your omelet for you the way you wanted it. So tell me how that is wrong or that's bad.
The fact that I could just go to El Torito and get like a bomb breakfast, or there's several other places I could go. If I could go to freaking Castaways, or I could go to was it Oak Hill. I could go anywhere and get an amazing breakfast or brunch.
And how much extra do you have to spend on that?
Hey, that part is irrelevant because the hotel is not gonna, I'm not gonna eat that food. Anytime I've eaten a breakfast at a hotel, it's been purely for hangover reasons. I'm like, dude, you know what? We probably should eat food before we die. How about that? Especially if you're like, and 2 hours from now, we're going to be just as drunk. Let's try to figure this out real quick.
Okay, I'm back. So yeah. Well, Dan's right. For the most part, hotels this is pretty much just cafeteria food.
Yeah.
But
Hold on. I can't compare that because cafeteria food, I don't know if you remember
Hello.
cafeteria food, but usually cafeteria food comes with like some really jacked up stuff with the side of hair and hardened food. So, and I never had I've never been to a hotel that had, okay, that's not true. That's not true. But when I go to those better hotels, I never had that issue.
they make the eggs with the powder egg stuff. They're just gonna put out your basic fruits and apples, bananas, and your basic cereals. They give you some muffins that they didn't make homemade. You know, they just bought a package of muffins.
Otis Spunkmeyer.
Go ahead.
Bundle of muffins and just put it out to display for y'all to eat. They're really not even cooking nothing for the most part. They're just heating
They're
up.
warming up the egg.
Yeah, they're heating it up pretty much. And then,
Like I said, they're warming up the egg.
yeah, but you know, so pretty much for me, for instance, the only time I pretty much eat breakfast food at the hotel is when I'm completely broke. I shouldn't be there to begin with, or I'm rushing in a sense where I just don't have time to go anywhere else to get something to grab myself something to eat.
And that goes back to my point where you don't have to spend extra money and you get to save money.
Right, but when I do travel, I do have a goal is to try different food. That's pretty much, I don't want to eat at fast food places. I don't want to eat the free food.
No.
I'm
not gonna let you say that because that's not the point of the argument or the debate.
No. I'll explain. This is how I do things.
I get it, but I'm not gonna let that one go. I'm not gonna let that one be said because that's not the point of the argument or debate. I get what you're saying, but no, we're simply staying at the hotel because what he said was we could eat at the hotel and then I'll go. And I said to save money, it's better just to eat at the hotel then go instead of paying all that extra money.
Well, I mean, that just depends who you are as a person.
So basically, the difference between me and James is that I'm all about saving money. He's all about going to poverty.
But I asked if you had the money, would you not try something different?
My point being,
It's not even try something different. It's the fact that G will is such a miser that he would sit in a hotel for hours just to make sure he took advantage of a complimentary continental breakfast. Don't worry, G. I used to be like that. Like, I don't know. Yeah, well, maybe. I know at one point I was probably like that. Where, oh, yeah, let's just go grab, let's go eat breakfast real quick. Then you figure out that that was a bad idea. That breakfast tastes like crap.
hey,
But if you're drunk, shit, anything tastes great. You're just trying to recover.
when you can make your own waffles in the little cup and you pour it in, you make your own waffles.
Oh, wow. You reduce yourself to the waffle cup, huh?
What?
He's reducing himself to the waffle cup. He's like, yes, this is amazing. When you can go over here and get this cup of pre-made S and throw it in this little place, now that's easy.
Hey, but I get to save money. And that's the premise.
It's to save money, huh?
Like I said, man, you could run around like a multi-millionaire. I'm trying to run around like a person who's trying to save money.
You're trying to run around like a homeless man, huh? Is that what I get?
No,
You sure?
positive. It ain't about being
A
homeless.
wise man once told me, the more you try to save a penny, you could end up losing out on $1.
We're talking about saying a hotel not conducting business.
No, it's always the same thing. What I tell you the other day, how you live your life is how you live your life. Now, if you try to change up and be like, oh, well, this is just staying in the hotel and this is not the mentality I have, well, that's a problem.
How do we get here?
Because G wants to nickel and dime his way through life.
Y'all's funny, man.
And I told him I would not have this argument with him, just him.
Oh, man. Oh, man, that was funny.
Well, again, we got proof. So we'll let the comments decide. I guarantee you the comments are going to sit there and say, James, nah, dude, I'm trying to save money.
Yeah. And it's going to be G 20 times going, yeah, I like the free breakfast. The little waffle mix. That's amazing. It's yummy, delicious. I bet you actually eat some of that nasty fruit too, huh?
What's wrong with the fruit?
Oh, my God, you do.
What's wrong with the fruit?
Nothing at all, bro.
All right.
I don't want you any sicker than you already are.
Okay. I remember at my job, because sometimes we get like a meal pass, and depending on what it is, if it's uneditable, I won't eat. But it was a decent meal that day, because like I said, it's cafeteria food, so so I ended up getting the food and an apple. Well, I said I was gonna save the apple for later. I never ate it on my work shift, and I came home, put the apple on my desk. That apple, I had that apple on my desk for a whole month, and it did not even rot, you guys. It didn't even rot. That was insane. I was just looking at that apple every day, and it did not rot.
But you don't have no problem with that. What's wrong with that?
Oh no, I have a huge problem with that. So,
Well, most people would, but G just said, what's the problem with the fruit? Of course I would eat that stuff. Free, isn't it?
Oh, shit. My bad.
That's what I do. For sure.
And by the way, I'm only saying that because we had like a gigantic sonic boom that just flew by my window, by the way.
but probably it's a military plane.
Oh, no, yeah, no, it definitely is a military plane. We've been getting them a lot out here.
Hmm.
Okay.
Interesting.
All right. So here I have a question for both of y'all, just to kind of change the topic. Could you, as a person, have 100 kids? Or my next question is, what would it take for you to produce 100 kids?
What would it take for me to reduce 100 kids?
Yeah, no, I said first off, is could you have 100 kids, or what would it take for you to have 100 kids?
Well, scientifically, yeah, I can have
I know
100
I'm
kids.
not talking about scientifically. I'm talking
But
about
would I have 100 kids?
yes.
No, I would not. And what would it take for me to have 100 kids? Is, to have a lot of women now I'm impregnating. But do I want to do that? No. Why? Well, we have an example. We could look at Solomon, where he had like 600 wives. And it's like, what the hell? I want to know. I ain't trying to copy that shit.
So I really only asked this question. I probably should have put this in beforehand. Is because there's this Chinese billionaire. He has about 50 kids, and he says his goal before he leaves this earth is that he wants to have 100 kids. So that is why my question goes in is could you not biologically, but could you have 100 kids, and then what would it take for you to have 100 kids? Like what would be the process? Like, okay, this is where I will have 100 kids, and maybe I'll probably just have 100 kids and maybe be okay.
I would never want 100 kids. Like even with the process, I am okay where I have I have so much money that it doesn't even matter. Because you gotta think about the health of the kids. No way in hell that he's actually outside of just getting them food and clothes to make sure that he has that proper relationship with all 100 kids. That's not possible. You know, uh, and on top of that, you gotta deal with all the women that he's having kids with. Nah, that just seems like a major headache. I'm sorry. That hell
Hey,
no.
my bad. But hey, G,
Yeah.
did you actually watch the thing or did you read the article?
I watched like a little clip on it.
Okay, so you actually didn't read the article.
No.
Okay, B. All of these kids live with him.
Uh-huh.
They're all in one house.
No, I get that.
All the kids,
Okay,
all the women, everybody.
mhm.
They all live as one big happy family.
Okay, so he
So he
somehow
actually
is able to achieve that, but for me, that's nah. I'm good with all that.
oh,
uh, to me, all that just spells headache. I mean, they can say that they're having family. I mean, I don't know. No, I'll just go by the article. He made it work. Cool. Yeah, congrats to him. But for me, I wouldn't want it. I wouldn't want all those kids. 'Cause I know for me personally, I for me personally, there's no way in hell I could invest the time to really get a chance to know all these kids.
he said those kids gonna oh, you need to get the hell out of here.
You got all that time to invest in the kid. You gotta spend all this time, you know, dealing with all these women. I don't know how many wives he has, but yeah, I'm pretty sure he got a lot. You gotta deal with all these women and their fucking needs. On top of that, he also works. I don't know if he's gonna be home all. I don't know if he's home all day, but if he has to go to his office every day, be gone for multiple hours, that does That seems more like hell to me than a happy ending. To me, it just sounds like he just having kids just to have kids, just to break a record, and that's it. To me, it doesn't sound like he's putting in some real time and effort into raising these kids.
Okay, hon. Let me answer my own question real quick because I thought
Mm-hmm.
about this. I said, okay,
Mm-hmm.
first off, would I want to have 100 kids? No, you're right. I would not want to have 100 kids. That would be hell. But what would it take for me to do it? I can tell you straight up. One, I would absolutely have to be a fucking billionaire because to have 100 kids, I would have to be able to afford that shit. So I had to be a billionaire. Two, every fucking woman has to be on the fucking same page, meaning that whatever I say is go. And when you talk about having to deal with those kids, it's fine. I'll put every single one of them on the schedule. Now, I may forget one or two. I may mess up some names, whatever. But either way, they're all going to be probably named by numbers. So uno, dos, tres, 1, 2, 3, somewhere in there, like their middle name. So at least I could be like, I have a list of the kids I need to look at. But yes, could I do it if I was a freaking billionaire, a multi freaking billionaire where I can afford to deal with those freaking kids? Because I know if I was a billionaire, there's no reason why I couldn't deal with 100 kids. Now, would I want to? No. But could I do it if I was a billionaire? Easily. I could do that in my sleep. As long as the women adhere to me. Because the problem comes in, which you're right, are the women. But the kids, I don't think there'll be a problem. There may be problems, but it really wouldn't be a problem. And any issue that comes up, I think I'll have enough money to be able to afford to deal with it.
Well, what happens if something happens to you?
The fuck what happened to me? I'm a fucking billionaire. I could pay my problems away.
You can.
Yeah, I'm a billionaire.
If you get cancer, you can just pay your problems away.
Oh, them kids are fucked. Good luck. Well, no. They'll be fine. They'll be fine. Like I said, I have saved that things all set up for them. I mean, I don't know. They'll figure it out. Again, like
now
I said,
you gotta trust. You gotta trust your 50 wives.
so it's not like I'll be having 50 wives. If we were to do the math, let's see. What it would be like. What would the math be like? 100 divided by 13. Would that be the math?
I don't know.
Is that the math? I want to say it's 100 divided by. I want to say the 100. It's what's it? 13 divided by 100. I want to say. I think that's the math. Okay, no, that's not it. 100 divided by 13. So basically, I'll have at least like 7 or 8 wives.
In the article, how much does it say how many wives that he has?
Hey, James, are you there? Because I didn't read the article. I think he's probably busy.
Yeah.
Because I just saw a video on it. They didn't even talk about the wife. Because when I watched the video, they said that basically he had like a bunch of nannies. Like, yeah, he basically like all the kids were in his house. I guess they had like nannies and like they actually hired a school teacher. But yeah, he said he's like a Chinese billionaire. He said before he dies, he wants to have 100 kids. I think he has 50 so far, but I want to have 100. I'm like, damn, that dude's putting in work. He's trying to leave a legacy. What that dude's trying to do, he's trying to become the next Genghis Khan. That's what he's trying to do.
I don't know the laws of China. Maybe it's more suitable for him to do all that. But in America, hell fucking.
I mean, it's not illegal to do that in America. It's not recommended.
It's not illegal, but we had a huge issue with divorce laws.
The what law?
I'm cool.
The what law?
Yeah.
Wait a minute, the what law?
Divorce.
Oh yeah. Well, I told you my terms.
I would attempt something like that in America.
Well, I told you my terms on me making it happen. Like the women, basically at that point, had to adhere to me because it wouldn't work any other way.
My way to say sorry.
I said that's why I said my terms was for me to be in that situation. All the women have to adhere to me. It's the only way it will work. I can't be with like 7 or 8 different women, and I got to worry about them divorcing my ass and taking half my money. That ain't gonna work.
Well, the thing is, you never know because, like they always say, you never know when a woman's gonna go left.
Again, I'm putting it in the supreme example of me being able to do it because I couldn't do it any other way. That's the only way I could do it. Yes, the women have to adhere to me and my standards forever. Like it's the only way it would work. I can't have 100 kids. And I gotta worry about fucking the bitch over here talking about nigga, you ain't shit and all that stuff, and I ain't gonna work. Like, and when I say jump, the women had to tell me how high. And I'm talking about that situation, by the way. It's the only way I could actually have 100 kids. It's that all the women have to adhere to me. Because if the women don't adhere to me, I can have 100 kids. That would be insane. Like, but that's what I'm saying. We're talking about in prime supreme situation. How could I have 100 kids, and what would it take? Basically, yes, I would have to be a billionaire, and all the women had to adhere to me. Like, it's the only way it would work.
The hell?
What do you mean? What the hell? Welcome, Keys.
Hola,
what's
no
up,
habla
bro?
inglés.
Oh, wait, what's it? Go ahead. What'd you say? Keys.
Hola.
Yeah. You came in at the right time, man. We got a question for you.
Look, what you do on your own time with the lotion is your
No,
business.
shut up. Shut up. All right, here's the question. And you can answer it. Could you have 100 kids? And the second question to that is, what would it take for you to have 100 kids?
Could I have 100 kids? I
Yeah.
think any male could have 100 kids.
We're not talking biology. So
What do you mean?
So again, go to my second question. What will it take for you to have 100 kids?
100 bitches?
So you're saying, because I put an entire situation, if you had 100 bitches, you'll have 100 kids, no problem.
Yeah, I feel like I mean, it's a difference between do I want 100 kids or if I can have 100 kids.
Well, I think no, we all said that because you see, you came in late. We all agree that none of us want to have 100 kids, but my point being,
Any male can have 100
wait,
kids.
wait, listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. The point being is what will it take for you to comfortably have 100 kids? Like, what would be like the supreme situation for you to have 100 kids?
I have about 5 kids each woman.
So how many wives would that be?
Five kids per woman to get to 100.
Are you guys really still on this wife situation?
I just came in. I don't know
He
what
just
you're
came
talking
in.
about.
He just came in.
Are y'all really that bad at math?
Well, I mean, I didn't.
You literally say 5 kids per wife, and you get to 100. That's
It's
25.
It's very simple.
It's
I don't-
21. Now, G earlier was saying 13.
Well, no, I what I was saying was, I think a woman can have up to 13 kids healthy, if I remember right. Because I think like once she starts hitting like 20 kids, her life becomes in jeopardy. If I'm right, I may be wrong about that, but that's last I heard. I think a woman can have like by herself can have like 13 or 14, 50 kids and be fine. So in your so in your situation to have 100 kids, what you'll have to be rich and you'll have to have 20 wives.
Yep.
That guy's not rich, though.
He's not. I thought he was a billionaire.
I don't think so.
Yeah, the clip that I saw on YouTube, they said that dude was a billionaire. He was a Chinese billionaire.
Maybe there's more than one dude. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's actually a lady though. She's very poor. She has a record for the most children. I think it's close to 100, if not 100. Something crazy ass number.
Dude, did you hear about that one dude? I think he's either in like Texas or somewhere in the South, and that dude has like 28 kids by like 4 different women.
Yeah, there's a lot of those type of dudes though. I mean, like 30 kids, like
Three kids.
Dude, we went to school. My fault. Go ahead, B.
Hold on.
No, dude, we went to school with a guy like that.
Nah, man, you know.
There was a guy in college. He was a cool dude. I mean, he was kind of a pimp in my personal opinion, but he was cool with me. But like, I never had an issue with dude. He was cool. But this dude literally told us at that time, that dude literally said, I had like 11 kids and like 7 kids I don't even know of. And then he said, like, I have like 5 I don't even care about.
Damn.
Well, my fault. No. My fault. No. His exact words was, I have 11 kids, 7.
Why,
Yeah, no.
What brung this along?
We were just talking one day, and he was like, "Yeah, I had like 11 kids. I think it's like 7 that I see, and he said that's the only ones I know of. I think he's like I have more, but I don't even know who they are." This is G from the future, and I'm only correcting this because this is not important to the rest of this entire topic, but it's just for my mental because I can't believe I actually said that wrong twice. So this is only for me. And so what he said was he had 11 kids, 7 he was in the life for, and then the rest of them he wasn't. And then he said he might have 5 other kids that he doesn't even know of. So that's what it was. And let's get back to the podcast.
That's good. I don't remember that story.
Yeah. Yeah. It was a dude back when we were
Yeah, that's how somebody got the game twisted.
What'd you say?
Right, Pimpin'. Look how like somebody got the game twisted.
Or somebody just don't give a flying fuck. But that's what it is. I mean, most niggas I know who just impregnating women don't really give a damn. They just out out there spraying the seed with no fucking remorse.
Like what happened here? Or was this like who was this like a who would you bang moment? Like how did this happen? Like how did you guys start talking about this?
Oh, I don't know. This was years ago, dude. The conversation just kind of came up. That had to be over 10 years ago. But yeah, I never forgot that dude. The dude was cool. I never had an issue with the guy, but I do remember that conversation. I do remember the way he's like, I ain't gonna lie. He used to treat women like they were freaking pets. I'm gonna lie. It was pretty fucked up.
You sure what he didn't grab him by the pussy?
Probably. Probably. I guess I wasn't that close with the guy. But again, I mean, I'm not gonna sit there and say the dude was a good guy, but he was cool with me, so I ain't never had no issue. I never looked into what he was doing. Wasn't none of my business.
Oh well, I'm glad I forgot. I don't even remember motherfuckers like that.
You don't aspire to be that dude, man. Going out slaying bitches, having a bunch of kids, don't you know who they are?
Nope, never have, never will.
That you know of. That you know of.
Man. Well, if I don't know of it, then I don't have no guilty conscience. But like I said, I always try to make sure the doors are properly closed when I deal with people. So a child whether to appear, I mean, they didn't let me know, then shit, it is what it is. They know how to contact me.
Here's a question for you guys. If a woman has a surgery to get her I'm trying to figure out, to get her virginity back, is she a virgin?
No.
What?
So is she a virgin?
If a tree falls and no one's around, does it still make a sound?
I'm asking you the question. It's just yes or no. No need to overcomplicate it.
No. I'm making my salad.
Okay.
No.
I heard you. Yeah. No, because the only reason why I brought it up because there's this porn star. I just saw the video the other day, and she basically just had a surgery to I guess put her walls back together. And she's like, I want to re-virgin myself. She's like, I want to start over. So she had a surgery to basically bring back her virginity.
Nope. That's called false hope.
I mean, she just made her stuff better. That's probably all she did. I mean, I guess that's all she really did. She made her stuff better. It not really had nothing to do with virginity. Because I mean, at the end of the day, as soon as you bite the apple, their virginity's gone.
But no, I mean, there are women out there now, and things I see that there is just as Oregon virgins, and there's women out there I've heard on the internet.
That's a figment of imagination. Like, but but I get what you're saying.
I'm just going based on the argument.
Yeah.
Like just like when you hear women talk about I don't have a high body count, but then they don't take into account the dude that they didn't like.
Well, there's another thing as a born again virgin. There's another thing is getting surgery to make yourself a virgin again. Once the deed is done, it's done. And if she's saying anything else, she's called insane. She needs to be locked up in an insane asylum. And she need to be left alone on everything. Sure. Because the only one to believe in her nonsense is herself. Oh man.
So you're telling me if a girl had 50 bodies and got a surgery, did everything she's supposed to do, became a born again virgin, and got the surgery to reinstate her virginity, she's not a virgin?
She's not a virgin.
All right. Well, I'll put the gavel on that and put that into law.
It's just, you could believe whatever you want to believe.
All right, fair enough. What?
Yeah, getting surgery still doesn't eliminate the soul ties. It still doesn't eliminate the contract you had with the first partner. And they forget, they go beyond flesh as well. So it doesn't eliminate all the rest of it. They just straight like I said earlier, it's a straight up line to themselves at this point.
To me, are you a virgin still, B?
No.
Damn.
How about you, Mr.
And once men are not virgins because we don't lose anything.
Oh, yes, you do.
You don't. When first time women have sex, they lose their virginity because of the blood.
They lose their virginity because they had sex.
Yes, which broke the seal of the blood that you will see. That's their virginity.
So what if you don't pop it? So they still a virgin, then, right?
Yes, if the seal has not been popped.
No, nigga.
Yeah.
If
the seal is the contract of her virginity. So she can lose her virginity to a toy if it pops the seal. Her virginity is gone. That's how you know she's a virgin.
You might want to Google virginity on that one.
I don't care what Google has to say.
It sounds like my son. He's like, that's what my son was like when I'm told. He said when he was like, remote play don't work outside the home. I told him. He said he wouldn't believe Google.
Yeah, well, y'all understand that. Especially today's search, they're hiding a lot of truth. So yeah, you can't really believe what Google is actually saying.
Virginity is lost once you have intercourse, whether you're a man or a woman.
No, that's not true. all you're doing.
So
because we don't lose our virginity, we don't lose men. That's like what makes us lose our virginity? Because we don't have nothing to lose. Most of us are busting nuts before we even had a chance to even put it inside the pussy. So,
right. But guess what?
But
it's the opposite for women. See, we want a virgin, but a woman don't want a virgin because you ain't touched that cherry yet. You ain't gonna be able to hang with it.
All right, repeat that one time. Sorry.
It ain't the same. It ain't the same.
Repeat that one time. Sorry, because you broke up for a sec.
You're not gonna be able to hang with. You're not gonna be able to hang with it when you first get in there. You gotta lose your virginity so you can get that experience.
No, you just need to get experience. It's not like I said. We're not losing virginity. We're just gaining the experience because
You
there's
could.
nothing. Because we're not losing anything. There's no seals that has to be broken for us to lose. Like I
Once
said,
you
when the first time when
once
we
you
put
have
it in, we don't
once you
have
have
to.
intercourse, once you have intercourse, you have lost your virginity.
Once you have intercourse, you just gather the experience. That's it.
You don't have to Google
You
virginity.
gain a number.
You don't have to Google virginity on that one. You know how you get those ready-made salads?
Yeah.
I got one, and it had some dressing under it, which I never use them because I always use my own. I prefer vinegar,
uh,
some vinegar and a drizzle of ranch.
I just don't like salads for some reason. I don't know. But I don't mind eating like a bowl of fruit. Like I'm cool with that, but just eating uncut leaves is just like
You don't like
I
lettuce?
don't know. No, I mean, it's in my burger. Fine, I'll eat it. You know, I'm not a picky eater, but is it something that I'll go
But
out of my way?
what you're saying is you gotta have some meat in your mouth.
No, no, no. 'Cause I just said I don't mind a bowl of fruit.
Hey. No, you
No,
just
no,
making
no,
it worse
no,
now.
no, don't twist my words.
You making it worse now. He said, I just like a bowl of fruit. Now let me stop. I'm done. I'm figuring clowning. Oh man.
Is it okay for you and your girl to have separate rooms?
In what context?
Um, totally separate rooms. Like totally separate rooms to sleep in and everything. You're in the same house, but just still totally separate rooms.
I don't know. My uncle
Hold,
has
hold,
I don't know. My uncle has he turned it in into a second room. So
oh, wait, hold on. Wait. Before you answer, B was about to answer. I'm gonna let B go first, then I'll let you go. Okay.
super.
All right. Yeah, go ahead, B.
I mean, I don't mind if we have separate rooms, you know, as long as I can get the deed done. I can care less if you want to sleep in one bedroom or not. You know, actually, I'll probably get a better rest that way. Shoot. Because I know the question you asked. I remember I was on a Reddit post because someone asked that same question, and then there was a lot of people like they were saying like, yeah, I can actually sleep now. I get a better rest when I'm sleeping by myself compared to having to share the bed. A lot of people's wives be selfish in the bed, hogging the blankets and so forth, so forth, so forth. So, or like I said, some people they snore at nighttime. I'm sorry, if my woman snore, I cannot be sleeping. I cannot be sleeping with her. I can't deal with a snorer, bro. I'm gonna have to be in a different room, man. That's how much I enjoy my peace when it comes to sleep. And like I said, I don't expect it to be every night, of course. It does. I I look at it as certain occasions. I mean, sometimes you guys just sometimes you two just need to be separated for a night or wherever, just for y'all to get proper sleep or do whatever, you know. And I believe having an extra room for that can be healthy. Now, if my bed is big enough, like I have a super king size bed, then we don't need no extra room like that. We don't need no extra room. We both have our fair share of room to sleep. But you know, if we're sleeping on some queen or twin size bed, let me just say, for me personally, I wouldn't mind going to another room once in a while and getting some sleep. That's all I'm saying.
All right,
Oh,
Keys, it's back on you, man.
Um, my living room is my other room. It's my man cave, just with no door.
Yeah, no door. You thought you got to put a door on that, bro.
It's my living room. Nobody bothers me.
Oh yeah, you live. Okay.
Hmm.
I
And I
was
go
saying,
back there, and I go back in the room from time to time.
okay. I thought you said you had a room with no door on it at your man cave.
No, it's at my living room. My living room is my man cave.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's where I have my collections. Um, um, where I enjoy my entertainment. Yep,
But
yep, yep.
but still, back to the question: is it okay for you and your girl to have different rooms, or you and your
Technically,
wife to have different rooms?
technically we do. Technically we do. I have the living room. She has the bedroom.
But I'm talking about fully, like you sleep in separate rooms, like you have separate rooms. Is it okay?
I've slept in here before. Got good sleep too. Nice, flat, quiet. I don't have to hear no fan. Nice and quiet, firm.
Nah,
We knocked out. My uncle though, he got a den. He got a den. He turned it back into a bedroom. I mean, that's where he plays game. And he put a bed in there in case he want to lay down. And then they got they room that they normally be together. It's in there, but I guess he go in there when he feel like it. But they've been married. They've been married even before I was born. So over what? They've been married over 30 years. So I guess I should answer your question.
So yeah, no, I mean, I think I agree more with you, B. I think I'm totally okay with me and my girl having our own separate rooms. I mean, I don't know. I feel like if we're going a little deeper into it, I'm not sure if it's good to do it all the time. I don't think that's good for the health of the family.
right,
Um,
right.
well, I'm probably not the family. It's good for the health of the relationship. I should say family. It's probably not good for the health of the relationship because I've actually seen that. I actually have witnessed that make people go apart. I've actually watched it happen. It's not really like
Mm,
any anger, any issues. Like there wasn't like no problem. It's just that they just started growing apart because they were
mm,
always doing their own thing. After a while, they just started slowly just started growing apart till like it ended the relationship. But I agree. I don't know if I would be okay with my girl having her own like sleeping in her own room. I mean, sometimes, yeah, you're right. Like every now and again, I'm cool with it. But her
right.
like just like always having a room, we're just never in the same room. She's sleeping in her room, I'm sleeping in my room. We never have interaction. In my personal opinion, I don't think that's good for the long term health of a
It wouldn't be
relationship.
like that. You would just go in there when you wanted to, and she'll come in there when she want to.
Oh no, I understand it, but what I'm saying is I firsthand witnessed it go bad. Like I watched, not like I said, it didn't go bad, it just fell
It
apart.
wasn't because they had separate rooms though. It
But
was because
it
they
was
just
part of it. It was part of it.
nah.
It was part of it. Because certain things can lead to certain outcomes. So that's the and yeah, it was part of it because they were drawn apart and all that did was just, make the gap bigger. That's all it did. So, like, am I against having your own room? No, I think I'm okay. I mean, me personally, if I had a girl, I want her to have her own room. But yeah, I don't think every single night she should be just like sleeping in our own room. Like we're basically like roommates at that point. I don't know if that's really good or healthy for a relationship. But in my personal opinion, I think I'm okay with her having her own room. I'm not sure if I'm okay with us every night just sleeping in our own room because I don't know.
Right.
I just don't think that's personally good for the health of a relationship in the long term. That's all you're doing. Like I said, that's why I said I agree more with you, B. Once in a while, it's cool. I'm fine with it. There's times where you just need to stay the fuck away from each other. I think it is healthy. I think it's good. I think it's good for a relationship. But I do think
Hmm.
when you go to bed, I would say most nights you should probably sleep in the same bed at least.
Right.
Yeah, that'd be every night, but I would say most nights.
No, so I agree.
Yeah. So, James, you got something to add?
You're like, oh, maybe you had something to add. Like, you guys didn't think of it this way. Yeah, you didn't think you're a bunch of dudes. That's great. You guys can have all the conversation in the world you want. If that female's like, you're not getting your own room, you're not getting your own room. Simple.
What?
Yahtzee.
Really, bro? You couldn't understand that? Damn. Good luck with you, bro.
Wait, okay, what do you mean if you can't get in your own room, you're not going to get your
I'm
own
not,
room?
I don't need to spell it out to a grown man, but hey, man, maybe somebody else on the podcast will want to explain it to you.
I think that if I have another room and it's
Think about
offered,
it. G, think about it. Just slow down for a second.
I mean, he's just not thinking.
He's trying to tell you to think about it, but you know, James could be an asshole. So just slow down and think about what he said.
yeah, I don't get it because I just don't see if I had an extra room, she could have her room, I could have my room. There's the
Hey,
person in the
man.
camera.
Hey, you right, OG. Definitely right. You have all the reasoning of any male I've ever talked to. That means nothing.
Okay. He's saying that if you talk to your wife, woman that you live with, and she doesn't want separate rooms, you're not going to get separate rooms. If she wants separate rooms, you're going to get separate rooms. There you go. Got it.
He still doesn't get it.
What? Where'd he go?
So
Got
pretty
it?
much just saying, wherever
Oh
the
God,
wife
everybody
says
has to explain
goes.
it. Everybody has to explain it to this dude. Good luck.
Listen,
What?
I just don't see a place where you have your girl and you gave her this whole entire room is yours. You don't have to worry about it. I have my room, you have your room. I don't see that being a problem.
Yeah, like I said, you're having a conversation with a bunch of guys. That's cool. That means nothing, bro. At all.
I guess, but I don't know.
Remember I said, yeah, I pick my battles?
Yep.
That's what I was talking about.
Trust me, bro. Back in the day, I would have an issue if I stayed on the couch watching a TV too long.
What? No way.
Yep. Like I said, G, good luck, man. See,
You've been on the
now,
phone. You've been on the phone the whole time you've been at home. That doesn't make any sense. You haven't talked to me. You haven't said anything to anybody. You've just been on the phone. I'm off the phone now. I'm saying hi. But you've been on the phone this whole time. But I'm off the phone now. Yeah, but you were on the phone the whole time. Yeah, I was on the phone before I came in, and I still was on the phone when I came in. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You were on the phone, and I was doing my conversation. And yeah, but you were on the phone. I'm right here, and you just on the phone. Yeah, I
Yep.
know. I was already on the phone. And
Yep.
are you getting it?
At the end of the day, you're gonna just apologize. You know what? I'm my bad. How was your day? I don't want to fight anymore. You want dinner? You want to go eat? You want me to go buy you a gift?
They had that thing. You said until you're ready to apologize for no reason, you're not ready.
Yeah. Oh, bro. I mean, literally, I don't even know why I'm sorry, but I am. You want to go eat? You want to go eat? You want to go to the mall? You want to go shopping? Whatever it takes, because you don't even know what you did. The problem with G is G's getting older, and older people get set in their ways, and they don't understand what battles they need to fight with the person. So when he does get his situation, oh my God, I hope this podcast is still around, because that dude is
We
gonna
have to have a reality show.
you hear that motherfucker sniffling. All right, welcome to another. I'm like, man, you okay over there? This dude gonna be alcohol problems. Yeah, it's gonna be bad. The best part, he still doesn't get it. Like I said, he has such a logical thought process that he's like, no, this makes sense. If I have a room, you have a room, you have a room. No, 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 no. Tell a woman that you are married to, live with, whatever. This is my house, and you guys live together. You're sleeping on the couch. This is not my house, it's our house. But piss her off, and she'll be like, you'll be getting out of my house real quick. And she's technically right. Is G sad? Did I break G? Damn. Well, maybe
I'm sorry, man.
Maybe we should.
I just don't see if we have an agreement on something, how that is an issue.
Yay, something, yay.
I mean, if we have a fundamental agreement and we agree on this, like, hey, this is what it's gonna be, and we agree.
Jesus,
I don't see where the issue comes in.
The issue comes in where maybe it's just I'm a little older than you, but if a female, in my eye, agrees to have a separate room to me, she's gonna get plowed by another dude. That's just how it is.
Okay, fair enough.
So does like man cave count as like another room or no? Like
No. A man cave is just somewhere where you want to go play video games and do stuff that she's not really too interested in anyway. But G's talking about we're going to sleep separately. If that's the case, why move in together?
yeah, he got a point.
If I'm going to sleep separately than you, that's fine. Because the reason I want to sleep separately to you, because I want to text other females and go see what else is cracking.
Hell no.
So if she's like, oh yeah, we can definitely get that chick is definitely messaging Tyrone.
You better call on Tyrone.
No, and not that, and not the sad beat up Tyrone, the other one, Tyrone. And yo, bitch,
the whip your ass, Tyrone.
I'm here to have sex with your wife. So yeah, that's all you gonna get, bro. But the simple fact that you couldn't get to that before is the biggest problem. You were all, like, if I wouldn't have said nothing, you would have been like, yeah, you know what? You would have went the rest of your life talking about, yeah, I'm gonna get a house, I'm gonna have a separate room than you, we gonna sleep separately. And she's gonna be like, okay, cool. And then all of a sudden you're gonna start noticing that she goes to girls' night every Wednesday. And she's like, don't wait up. And she doesn't have to hide anything when she comes back in because she has her own room. And then your homies is gonna start saying, hey man, are you still with so-and-so? Yeah, man. You sure? So yeah, man, good luck.
Hey, didn't that used to be like the funnest shit ever though? Back in what, high school? That shit used to be so fun, man. Bagging back and forth. Who remembers that? Anybody remember?
It
Oh
depends.
yeah.
It depends on who it's with,
What?
because that shit could also be a fight starter too. Real fast.
That's the most sensitive ass.
I know.
Yes.
I know. I've seen it go both ways. Yeah, it'd be fun, but you with the wrong niggas, best believe nigga, it's about to be a fight.
Shoot, we used to do that, and if you come to the back of the bus, you getting clown, and if you don't like it, go to the front of the bus, nigga. Shit. That's how that shit went.
Hell nah. Like I said, it depends who I was with, because if I was, depending on who I was around, they be laughing and joking at first, and all of a sudden, nigga, fuck you, nigga. We talking about my mom's like, nigga, it was a joke. Nigga, fuck that shit. And then
That's like you know what? What's his name did that. He got butt hurt when he was in a rap battle and they said something about his mom. And it was like, dude, it's a rap battle. It's like are you seriously gonna want to fight over a freaking comment in a rap battle? That's just ridiculous.
dude, I knew a dude, and what up, Keith?
Oh.
Yeah. I knew a dude literally.
She did. My bad. I thought I was on mute.
Oh no, but no, I know a dude who straight up literally almost fought one of the homies, all because he almost got dunked on when he asked to be dunked on.
That sounds like a personal problem.
It wasn't. I mean, literally, he was on the court. He was like, nah, come on, do that shit to me.
I give everybody fair warning. If you can't take a joke, you can't hang out with me. Because I will clown no matter what, and I'll laugh at myself too. Because I cannot go through life without laughter. I'm sorry.
And I agree. But that's why I said it just, like I said, it just depends on who you're with. Because there's guys who could take a joke and there's guys who can't. You got to know who you're
You
dealing
can't
with.
come around me with no kind of defect. It's over. It's over. Yo, man, like, yo, bro, smell like ass. They don't have no defects when you come in. When you come in my presence, because I'm gonna chew it out. Oh man.
Shit.